experiences. The biggest one there was probably hearing the lady sing outside in the backyard. When you're out there about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, you hear a lady singing when you're inspecting the building, which is not for the norm. And then go outside, look in the courtyard, walk around thinking you might see an interpreter who's coming back from her nightly round. Sometimes they would cut through there. Sometimes they'd go back there, gather just to talk and have fun before going home. You open up the door and go back there in the courtyard area and realize there's nobody there, but you hear a woman singing and there's no one in the area. Not exactly your normal activity. Then that night would go back in there and finish inspecting the house and leave. Other things with the Randolph, it's kind of weird to some people because if you haven't experienced things in there like Chris had with his instances, hearing footsteps in there, hearing people just kind of make moaning and groaning sounds, again, when you know you're the only one in there. First time, a couple times you hear it, it's a little freaky, I guess the best way to put it, but never scary. Being in there on the second floor, there are a couple rooms that would make you feel uneasy. When I was there working in security, you would have instances feel like somebody was literally pressing down on your chest where you could feel like a hand pushing on you. Never to the point that it was not unwelcoming, but just the point we're letting you know that they're here. Now the odd thing is, and Peyton Randolph, which not many people know unless they really do the history, that he was a Mason. I joined the Masonic Lodge here in the historic area, and the night that I got raised to Master Mason, which Peyton Randolph was, about 3 or 4 nights later I had to go in and inspect the house on the midnight shift. The environment was totally different. It felt like it was a lighter environment, and it's going to sound kind of crazy, but there's pictures of Peyton Randolph and his wife. I'm not the only person who worked there and go in there and say, Peyton, Miss Randolph, we're here to check your house because of things that happened. But after getting raised as a Master Mason, going in there, it was like the environment was different, almost like him knowing that I was officially a member of the fraternity, if you will, and they now knew that, okay, a fellow brother's in there going to inspect the house, is going to make sure everything is okay. From that point on, when I went in there, it felt like a whole different environment change. Never had the uneasy feeling. Never felt like I was not welcome. It was more like, okay, family taking care of family. That is the only way to describe it. A buddy of mine who I worked with, who was there, was also a Mason. He told me about the same thing. He'd go in there. He didn't like the house. He was freaked out by it. But at the same time, he didn't feel uneasy, except for the one night when he came down the one set of stairs and heard footsteps going up the other stairs. I think he stayed in that building for about 5 seconds and left.